So what's going on today?
Nothing.
You brought in a check,
Yes.
and the check's not good.
It's not.
That's what I'm hearing.
But the check was written to me
By who?
by the person who wrote the check.
And who is that?
That's the people that I'm did some work for.
And what work did you do?
I just do any kind of work that they ask me to do. Roofing, any kind.
Okay, what work did you do for the money?
I did some roofing work. I did some subcontracting work that involved some roofing repair.
Okay. And they paid you by writing a check?
That's correct.
Okay. And so why wouldn't the check be good?
I don't have any idea.
Okay. Alright, do you have any weapons or anything on you?
Of course not.
Do you mind standing up for me just so I can patch down, make sure you got nothing? Cigarettes?
Yeah.
Alright, go have a seat for me. Okay, so who's it that you work for?
I subcontract.
I know, but who was it that you did the work for?
For these people right here.
What's the people's name?
They're on the check. I mean,
How long have you been working for?
no, it's just off and on.
Just off and on. For
I
how
mean,
long?
I subcontract for anybody.
Okay, but you know the names of the people?
I know the names of some of the people. I mean, they wrote me the check. I just brought it in. I'm just cashing a check.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't write it because they've never heard of you.
Well, that's what I'm hearing now. But I mean, that's not what. Why would I think that when somebody writes me a check?
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have another officer. They're on their way right now, and we're gonna make some phone calls and figure out what's going on. But you're gonna hang out here until we get all that figured out.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, apparently I don't have any choice with that. So.
No, you don't have any choice with that.
6108, 74.
10-4.
So, I just don't understand what the deal is.
I mean, it's not a real check. That's what the big deal
I
is.
hear what you're saying, that, but
6105.
I have no way of knowing that. You understand what I'm saying? I have no way of knowing that the check's been written to me is not a real check.
But you don't know who the people were that wrote you the check.
Listen.
No, it's not. Listen, you don't know who the person who even wrote you the check. So how is that me sitting here thinking the legal side of it?
Signal 49, you're going to open circle.
Here's the situation. There are some people outside. I don't know how much of this is safe. And if there's is this the other officer? Mm-hmm. Okay.
What's going on today?
Listen, I was given a check. I came in to cash it. They went to the back. They waited for a long time. I was sitting here waiting patiently. And then he comes in.
Okay.
He's talking to them. They're saying the check's not real. I have no way of knowing if the check's not real.
Do you have an ID?
She's got it back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the check from? From work, business?
It's from services rendered to these people for subcontracting work.
Okay. What was the subcontracting?
Roofing work.
Okay.
But whoever they're talking to is saying they don't know me, and I don't know. I can't hear everything she's saying to the police officer back there. All I know is that the check was given to me. I came in to cash it.
Okay. So it's for work that you did privately?
Yes.
Okay.
As a subcontractor.
And what type of work? It was roofing work?
Roofing repair.
Okay.
So
you did it at these people's residence?
at these people's business.
It was business.
So, and I had a crew do it, so I have payroll to make with them. That's pretty much what it was for. So I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I didn't write a check. I don't have any checks from these people. All I did was come in and cash a check that was written to me.
Okay. What was the amount of the check?
It's $900-something.
Okay. What type of repair did you do?
Just some roofing repair.
I know. What type of roofing repair?
Well, like repair, replacing some shingles and some wood, the wood underneath it.
Are you a licensed contractor for a
I'm a
roof?
subcontractor.
Are you licensed to work on
No,
roof?
subcontract. Almost any kind of repair jobs like that.
Okay.
And there's I don't need
Do you have
a
any
license.
paperwork or documentation, agreement that you signed to do work on this residence
No,
with your company's name?
no.
Did you have to pull
I
a
don't know
permit
how-
or anything to do the work? Did you do over 10% of the roof?
Listen, I don't understand.
I'm just asking questions.
I
'cause
understand, and
if you have a permit that you worked on the roof, if you
What I'm
have
thinking
any,
at this point is I should just shut my mouth and sit here and find out what's going on, and you guys have to do what you have to do, and I have to do what I have to do. I mean, I don't know what else.
So, just to go over the process of how you check, he brings in a check and says he received it for doing some work. He hands you the check. What do you do next? You pull it up in the system using the check number. Then you notice another check was cashed that same day for almost the same dollar amount but with a different check number. After that, you scroll further and find a check that is already cleared. The format of that cleared check looks completely different from the one he is presenting. Usually, when something looks altered like that, it raises concern. Your branch is in Tampa, and your red flag was that it showed a Tampa ID. But after reviewing everything, none of the legitimate checks matched the one he had. So you tell him you are going to make a photocopy of the check and step into your office. You call another branch officer and ask her to contact the account holder. You want her to confirm the check number and the amount and verify if it is legitimate. She calls you back and tells you the account holder said the check was not authorized. That is when you start asking him how he got the check. He says it was handed to him by the person who wrote it. You explain that you are just trying to verify his story. You ask if he pulled a permit to prove he did the work. He says no, because he was subcontracting for another contractor. You ask for the contractor's name. He responds that he would rather stay quiet and let things play out. You clarify that you are not accusing him, only trying to understand the situation. You even mention you worked in construction before and understand how subcontracting works. You ask if this is his bank. He says no, it is the bank of the person who wrote the check. You ask if the writer of the check gave it to him. He says he does not know and claims he has never heard of the person and never signed the check. You ask for his first name. He spells it out. You ask how he got there from Tampa. He says someone drove him to pick up his check. You ask where he picked it up. He says from the person he handed it to earlier but cannot remember the address, only that it was down the road. He then says he will not answer more questions and feels like he is about to be arrested. You tell him he is not under arrest. An officer then calls the business owner connected to the account. The owner confirms he just spoke with the bank and states he has never issued a check in that amount in his company's history. He also confirms he does not know the man and has not had any roofing work done. His building has a steel roof, not shingles. The officer asks if he wants to press charges for the theft and fraudulent check. The owner says yes and wants his money back. The officer then reads the suspect his rights. He says he understands and may be willing to talk. He explains that 2 men picked him up in Tampa. This was the 3rd bank they had taken him to that day. He admits he already cashed one check earlier in the county. He claims the men found him at a bus stop, asked if he had ID, and offered him money. He says he is homeless and stays in different places around Tampa. He says they gave him the checks and drove him around to cash them. He admits he got nervous at one bank and refused to continue, but they told him if he wanted a ride back to Tampa, he had to go through with it. He says there were 2 men in the car, one driving and one in the front passenger seat who seemed to be in charge. He says he could identify them but does not know their names. He claims they printed the checks after getting his information. Officers contact their supervisor and explain the situation. This is a forged document case, and the suspect says 2 men drove him to multiple banks to cash fraudulent checks. Detectives decide to interview him further at the police department. He is placed in handcuffs for transport. He says he understands. Officers ask if he has any cash. He says he has about $100 but claims it is not from the checks. He is secured in the patrol car and transported. In the end, he is charged with uttering a forged check and using someone else's identity. He blames 2 strangers from a bus stop, but the outcome is the same. He ends up in handcuffs with a felony charge on his record.